No control on thinking. Well, do you really believe that you don't have control on what you think? Because what happens if you think? The world of God is based on thinking of human. Everything in the world of God happens from the thinking of human. Like, if any human thinks of good, or like if any human sees something in his reality, or hears something in reality, and believes that it is true, because what is seen and heard to him is his belief, which is true only. Now, if he thinks that what he saw and heard is true, then what happens? His thinking of truth gives winning to any genies or any gods in the world of God. I mean, the world of God of genies created by genies. And genies and gods does not even know that they continue to live. They get money, they get death, they become weak, or they can we can say the genies and gods health becomes bad because of any human thinking from his mind. Of truth, from his reality. Now, from the thinking of human, of truth, I mean, from the thinking of truth, I mean, human thinking of truth. When human thinks of truth from his mind, the genies and gods, if they are lie, if they are lie, then either they don't get money, or either they die. I mean, they don't get money, they become weak, their health becomes bad, they becomes to die. Like, in simple words, I can say human truth thinking, or you can also say thinking of truth of human. by genies or gods. Or you can say thinking of truth by human. And remember, thinking means memory for others. When anyone comes to know thinking of human, then it's memory for them. Because once you come to know something, once you come to know talking of human or anyone, it's a memory for you, where you know what happened after you remember it again. If you remember it, like I'm telling to genies and gods, just remember what happened with you, of good or bad. Now they have to remember it by either asking any other original genie or human to think what happened with them. Because the world of God is on thinking of human. So they don't have control on thinking. When everything happens in the world of God, which is thinking world, they don't have control. If they become lie from anyone thinking of truth of human, then they forget, because they are only thinking. And thinking means what? Transparent, not seen or heard to humans. It's just thinking only, which is invisible to human in human reality. So genies and gods does not even have control in the world because of any human thinking of truth. The genies and gods are affected, and genies and gods continues to live because of human thinking of truth. When human believes in the genies and gods who are thinking, then they get money, they become powerful. It's not like that you might have seen some cartoons, like in especially those some kind of cartoons are shown, like especially on some like cartoon channels where you see magicians says in the cartoons, the magician says our power increases when you fear or become lie. You understand? So that is the reason. If anyone fears, that means the magician believes that he is true and his power is increased. So the magician believes that when someone fears, then he is lie. So in the thinking world, there are many genies and gods. But if human is true from his thinking, more than the genie or god in the thinking world, then the genie and god loses from him. And what they will do? They will try to win again from human through forcing human to think. Where he becomes lie from his thinking. So what did you understand until now about no control on thinking? Because let me give you an example. Like there is a bottle in front of me in reality. I showed this example before, like a few minutes ago. So I 100% own the property which I'm telling you. So it's not of anybody else. So I'm just telling you that you remember it. So I'm just keeping a bottle in front of me in my reality, and I'm in reality. I'm not in the thinking world. I mean, I'm seen in reality and heard in reality. And I'm right now, I'm seeing the bottle in front of me. Now, even if I say from thinking to genie or God, take it. If you want bottle, take it. By keeping my mind clean. And I think that it's my bottle. I purchased it. You take it. I'm telling to genies and gods by thinking from my reality. It's my bottle. I own it. I purchased it. Now it belongs to me. You take it. Will the bottle be taken by genie or God? Because it's still seen in front of me. It's not disappearing. It's not becoming invisible. Just like the thinking is invisible of human. Now, do you really believe that the bottle which is in front of me has been taken by genie or God? Because it's still seen to me. Now, if I just think and tell to God, I will just think and tell to genie and God, please keep a bottle in front of you. I'm telling them in the thinking world, which is the world of God. Please put a bottle in your world in front of you. And let me think now. And you say to me that you take the bottle. So what I have to do now? I will just think. Okay, the genie or God told me to take the bottle. So I'm taking it. I will just think. Of truth that the genie or God told me to take the bottle which is in front of him. I have to think from my mind. So when I think, the bottle comes immediately in front of me, or wherever I ask, that bottle comes. But did you understand something until now? When I told to genie or God to take the bottle which is in front of me, which I purchased it and which belongs to me, it is not moving. Why? Why the genie or God bottle is moving when I just think of truth? That genie or God told me to take the bottle which belongs to him. So what did you understood until now? Which world is real according to you? The world where human lives, or the thinking world, which is the world of God? Well, the world which does not even have control, which is controlled from thinking of truth, by human, or which is controlled by thinking of truth of human, or like by any control, I mean which is controlled by any truth, like the world, where anyone can get anything through truth only, by staying with truth, by proving more truth to the genie of God who believes in some truth. Let me give you another example, more clear example, so you understand what is the world of God, which I say it as thinking world. So ask genius of God to bring two genies of God in front of them, like two genies, two gods. Now tell them to bring a bottle in front of them. Not to two genies, because right now they are like two genies and two gods, which the genie of God has brought in front of them. Now ask one genie and one god to bring the bottle in front of them and tell them it belongs to them. Believe in that truth and tell them it's yours. The bottle is yours. You believe that the bottle is yours. So the genie and God believes in truth that the bottle is theirs. So their truth is that they believe the bottle is theirs. They believe in this truth. The genie and God. One genie and one God. Now tell the other genie and other God to believe in more truth, from which they'll be able to take the bottle from the genie of God. Like to God, tell them to believe in more truth. Then the God believed that he brought, that he owns, that the bottle is theirs, that the bottle is his. Because the God believes that the bottle is his, which is his truth. So now just to the genie and God who has to win from other genie of God to take the bottle, what they will try to do? They have to believe in more truth. So the bottle automatically comes in front of them and they will own it, but just believing in more truth. So the genie and God believe that the bottle is theirs only, which is their truth in which they believe. Now the genie and God who has to prove more truth, they have to prove more truth that to get the bottle. So they must believe in truth. You brought bottle because someone told you. to bring the bottle. Thank you, thank you. I just showed a miracle. Did you understood it? So when they believe in the truth, so automatically when they believe in truth, the genie will be able to bring the bottle automatically in their hands or in front of them. So what the genies did just now, do you understand the word pronunciation, dialogues, acting? Different sentence, one word, many meanings. Pronouncing one sentence into different sentence. Like one sentence translated into different sentence or different sense, but it is the same sentence which is understandable to different people or in different sense. Like I'm telling you one line, I am original God forever. You know I am original God forever. First I said I am original God forever. Then I just added two words, where the two words I have used newly. You know I am original God forever. Now I will add more new words. So it makes sense. It is the same sentence. I'm just trying to pronounce in more correct manner, where you understand me correctly and perfectly. So what is better than you know I am original God forever? Can you tell me? You know I am original God forever. I just laugh. Did you understand me? So it makes sense. So I'm trying to add something in my sentence where I'm telling in front of another human or genie or God that I'm original God forever. So I'm just laughing. I'm just telling you know it means same. The three sentence means same. I just added few words in the same sentence where I'm telling the same thing to human, genie or God by adding different words which makes same meaning, but I'm telling in more clear sense which is understandable or changes like the sense of humor of human or genie or God. If I say more new sentence, I mean if I use the same more new sentence, I mean if I just tell the same sentence in new sentence, then I will say you look beautiful. You know, I'm original God forever. So I just tried to, what I did in this sentence. You just need to understand it properly. I'm just trying to make the sentence bigger or lesser using different words in it, which has same meaning, which means same what I'm trying to say to human or genie or God, which makes same sense. But it's like I'm trying to make someone have good feeling or to like me. So do you really believe that the thinking world, which does not even have control, and if you just say something from your mind, which you just think, I'm telling to human, and if you come to know that the genie or God is like wants to kill you after knowing your thinking of truth, or just your thinking, for genies or gods it's like if they bring mind and say it from mind, then it's real for others, it happens for others. So how you will get control in the thinking world? I'm telling to genies and gods now, you have to be true. Some human needs to think of truth in which you believe that it is true and does not becomes lie by anyone. And if your truth which you got from any human thinking from his mind, then you lost, you can die, your health becomes bad, and the other genies and gods believes that it's real, it's true. But they will never know. But after listening to this lecture, they will understand the truth, the beautiful truth of me, which is beautiful like me. And you only tell me how the thinking is erased from human. Like if human sees something or hears something in his reality, and he thinks of truth what he has seen or heard in his reality, and it's in his mind, and if he has done something bad, then he thinks again and again that he did bad. If he has done something good, then he thinks again and again that he has done something good. Now how good thinking or bad thinking will be erased from mind of human? The human has to be true from his thinking, more true from his thinking. So what he think bad or think good will be erased from his mind. But the genie says, we erase it from your mind. Like, thinking bad means what? After doing something bad, in reality, the human thinks, which is sin, which is called as sin. If genie or God believes that it's a sin, the genie or God, how they will try to erase the sin? How? They believe in more truth, in which they believe, and prove it that they are true. Then the bad thinking in human is erased by genies of God. So the human does not think bad, which he did in reality. So the genies and God just believes in the truth, in what they believe, and continue to live. Like genies believes in their God. The God believes in its truth, that I am God. So from where you have come, God? From who's thinking of truth? Because you die from thinking of truth of human. If they come to know you, if they become more true than you, if you were real, you would have never died by thinking of truth of human. If he is more true than you from his thinking, your health would have never become bad. Some genies or gods specially says, we will show you what is world of God about. We will show you what is God. So please prove it. Prove it now. Why I have to be true? Then you say and come in reality by saying who are true, we believe in them. Even if the human do something bad and thinks bad and believes that he did something bad because of someone, then the genie or God believes that because of someone the human did bad and think bad. So by believing in truth only, he comes from the thinking world into reality of human. I will tell you one thing, please listen to my lecture, especially I'm telling to genies and gods. In the thinking world, in the world of God, the world of God of genies created by genies. Just listen to the lecture from reality of human, where you just listen to my voice, which I am recording right now. So I'm sure that you understood that there is no control on thinking. By human, or you can also say there is no control on thinking. of human, or you can also say there is no control on thinking. In the thinking world, which is the world of God, the world of God of genies created by genies. So I'm sure that you will understand me correctly, and make sure that you practically test it out what I'm saying is true or not, especially to genies and gods, by bringing mind first in their head, and by getting intelligence or brain, and try to do experiment in front of you on bottle. I'm sure that you will understand the word of God in just few minutes after listening to this my beautiful lecture. And make sure to keep visiting my Believerism Religion channel on youtube.com and my website www.believerism.com. It's my exclusive YouTube channel and website, which I own it.